I'm Heather from heatherheartsart.com. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm actually going to be sharing with you 6 beginner tips for those of you who want to work with charcoal. Charcoal can be a really fun and playful medium to work with, and you can cover a lot of ground very quickly once you get the hang of it. I think it's really important, no matter what medium you're starting out with, to use a photo reference. But when you're specifically working with charcoal, I find it very helpful and important to use a black and white photo reference. Besides just changing the photo to black and white, I also pop the contrast so I can really get in there and see where things are supposed to be exaggerated. So this is something I would recommend for you guys. Speaking of contrast, it's really important to show darks and lights throughout your picture to add interest in your charcoal drawings. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. So I'm not finished with this drawing and I haven't blended all my edges yet, but you can see I have gone in with an eraser and I have created a lot of different variety and value. And here's another example, like right here, it is not, I wouldn't say it's very contrasty, but you still have like a difference in the colors. Another really good beginner tip is to layer your charcoal, especially when you're using compressed charcoal. One big mistake that I did when I was still learning how to use charcoal was, you'd take your little charcoal, compressed charcoal stick and you would, go at the paper. If you just go in there and, throw a lot of dark pigment down, it's going to be like near impossible to erase. Just to give you a little crummy example of this, see how I'm using a compressed charcoal stick. It is it has like spaces in between. It's not like this side where it's completely darkened and like a black hole. The reason why this works too is it actually, when you layer it, it's gonna stick better to the paper. If you're just going in there like scribbling all the dark on there, it's going to be harder to build. Like, this actually came through it eventually getting there, and you have to blend in between, and it's like a baby. It just needs love and attention. For some reason, I was never introduced to this medium when I was in high school, but when I was in college, well, I am in college now, and we use a lot of Vine charcoal, and it is so beautiful, and this thing is amazing. Basically, why I like Vine charcoal so much is it erases a lot easier, and when you're just beginning to put your picture in, I can't tell you enough how much this thing saves my life. When you're just using compressed charcoal, you get like these beautiful contrasting dark lines, but they stay there and they're not going anywhere. What I like to do is, I have a good old time with Mr. Vine charcoal, and then I come back in with my compressed, because the problem with Vine, his little shortcoming, is he moves, and it's a good thing that he moves around, not when you're done with your picture though, because once you're done with it, you kind of want it to stay there, and he just likes to kind of float around. So you come back in with your compressed charcoal and it kind of sets it a lot better. Number 5, the eraser in your drawing should be doing 35 to 40% of the work on your paper. This, my friends, I can't tell you how much erasers should be incorporated, if you're not already using them, in your charcoal drawings. I just got this one, so he's not used that much, but put these babies to work. And this, my friends, a kneaded eraser, very, very important. See this thing? Like, you can kind of mold it however you want to. You can make it pointy, doesn't matter, but it so lightly and delicately takes off the charcoal. My very last tip I'm going to share with you guys is do not be shy to experiment. And there's a variety of different ways to blend charcoal. You can use a cotton swab, a tissue, paper towel, toilet paper. You can use a ShamWow cloth, or chamois cloth. I don't know, my teacher calls it a sham cloth. This is one that I don't think a lot of people know about, but you can use paint brushes. Don't use like a really weird bristly hard brush. Use kind of like a softer brush, but these babies, could really get in there with, and they kind of have a nice tip, so if you're doing little fine details, well, there you go. And my favorite, your hands. When your hands get this dirty, you know you're doing something right. So there you go. Some beginning tips that I hope really helped you guys out. If you found this video helpful, please like it. I need to know if I'm doing a good job or not. And it would mean the world to me if you visited my personal blog, heatherhartsart.com. There's where you can find me. Have a wonderful day, guys, and happy charcoal drawing.